Emergencies and disasters can happen anytime, anywhere, and without warning. They can disrupt our lives, damage our homes, and endanger our health and safety. That is why it is important to be prepared for any situation and have the essential items to help us survive and recover. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has issued a list of 12 prepping items every household should have in an emergency. These items are based on the recommendations of ready.gov, FEMA, and the CDC. Having these items in your home can increase your chances of surviving and coping with any emergency, whether a natural disaster, pandemic, terrorist attack, or civil unrest. 1. Water. Water is the most important item in an emergency, as it is essential for drinking, cooking, hygiene, and sanitation. You should store your water in clean, sealed, and durable containers and replace it every 6 months. Also, have alternative methods of purifying water, such as boiling, filtering, or using bleach or iodine tablets. This might sound obvious, but the importance of water cannot be overstated. The DHS recommends having at least a 3-day supply of water for each person in your household. You'll need it for drinking, cooking, and hygiene purposes. When water is scarce, hand sanitizer becomes a lifesaver. It's vital to disinfect hands after using the bathroom or coming into contact with potentially contaminated surfaces. Including it in your emergency kit ensures basic hygiene even when infrastructure fails. Regular washing is not just about feeling human, but preventing the spread of diseases. In disaster scenarios, keeping clean becomes even more critical. For women, having enough sanitary products is often overlooked, but is as essential as any other hygiene item. 2. Food. Food is another important item to have in an emergency, as it provides energy, nutrition, and comfort. It would be best to have at least a 3-day supply of non-perishable food per person, preferably more. Choose easy to prepare, store, and consume food, such as canned, dried, or freeze-dried food, energy bars, nuts, or peanut butter. You should also have a manual can opener, utensils, and a portable stove or fuel. You should check the expiration dates of your food and rotate it regularly. Stock up on canned goods, dry goods, and other non-perishable food items, focusing on nutrient-dense options. These will sustain you when access to fresh food is limited or unavailable. 3. Radio. A radio is vital in an emergency, as it allows you to receive information, alerts, and instructions from the authorities and the media. It would help to have a battery-powered or hand-crank radio and a no-air weather radio with a tone alert. It would also help to have extra batteries and a solar charger for your radio. Also, tune in to local stations and follow the guidance of the officials. 4. Flashlight. A flashlight is a useful item to have in an emergency, as it provides light and visibility in the dark. You should have a battery-powered or hand-crank flashlight and extra batteries and bulbs. Also, candles, matches, or lighters can serve as backup light sources. It would make sense to use your flashlight sparingly to conserve battery life and avoid using candles near flammable materials or enclosed spaces. Power outages are common in emergencies, leading to inevitable darkness. A reliable flashlight with extra batteries or rechargeable options can be a game changer. It's not just about moving safely, but also signaling for help, checking hazards, and maintaining a sense of normalcy during stressful times. 5. First aid kit. A first aid kit is a crucial item to have in an emergency, as it helps you treat injuries, wounds, and illnesses. You should have a basic first aid kit that contains items such as bandages, gauze, tape, scissors, tweezers, antiseptic, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, anti-diarrhea medication, antacids, laxatives, allergy medication, and a thermometer. Check your first aid kit regularly and replenish any expired or used items. Also, you should have a first aid manual and a list of emergency contacts. Create a list of emergency contacts, including family members, friends, and local authorities. Keep this list in your emergency kit and ensure everyone in your household knows how to access it. It may not sound important, but you should have a whistle that is loud, durable, and easy to use. It would be best to have a signal mirror, a flare, or a flag as additional ways of signaling. You should use your whistle only when you need help and follow the universal distress signal of 3 short blasts. 6. Blankets and warm clothing. In case of power outages during cold weather, blankets and warm clothing are essential for staying comfortable and preventing hypothermia. Store these items in your emergency kit, along with additional blankets for insulation. 7. Dust mask. A dust mask is a protective item to have in an emergency, as it helps you filter contaminated air and prevent respiratory problems. It would help to have a dust mask that fits snugly over your nose and mouth and has an N95 or higher rating. You should also have goggles, gloves, and a plastic sheet for protection. Also, keep copies of essential documents like identification cards, insurance policies, and medical records in a waterproof container. In emergencies, having access to these documents can make assistance and recovery processes faster. 8. Plastic sheeting and duct tape. Plastic sheeting and duct tape are versatile items to have in an emergency, as they help you shelter in place and seal off windows, doors, and vents. It would be best to have a plastic sheeting that is thick, clear, and large enough to cover an area. It would also help if you had duct tape that is strong, sticky, and waterproof. You should use your plastic sheeting and duct tape when instructed by the authorities to shelter in place, or when you need to create a temporary shelter or repair damage. 9. Moist towelettes, garbage bags, and plastic ties. Moist towelettes, garbage bags, and plastic ties are essential for an emergency, as they help you maintain personal hygiene and sanitation. It would be best to have moist towelettes that are soft, wet, and antibacterial. You should also have garbage bags that are sturdy, large, and sealable. It would help if you also had plastic ties that are flexible, strong, and easy to use. You should use moist towels to clean your hands, face, and body, and disinfect surfaces. 10. Local maps. Local maps are important in an emergency, as they help you navigate and locate places and resources. You should have detailed, accurate, and up-to-date local maps. You should also have a compass, a GPS device, or a smartphone as additional tools for navigation. It would be important to use your local maps when you need to evacuate, find shelter, or access services, and when you have limited internet or phone service. You might need to turn off utilities, make minor repairs, or open canned goods in emergencies. A sturdy multi-tool combining pliers, screwdrivers, knives, and more becomes invaluable. It's versatile, compact, and saves space in your emergency bag. A versatile tool like a Swiss Army knife can be useful in various situations. It can be used for cutting, opening cans, or even as a makeshift screwdriver. Having one in your emergency kit adds another layer of preparedness. 11. Cell phone with chargers and a backup battery. A cell phone is important for any emergency, as it allows you to communicate, access information, and use apps. It would be best to have a fully charged cell phone that is functional and compatible with your network. You should also have chargers and a backup battery that is compatible with your phone and that can be powered by different sources, such as electricity, solar, or a car. It would help if you used your cell phone to call 911, contact your family and friends, check the news and weather, and use emergency apps like FEMA or the Red Cross. It is necessary to conserve your battery life by turning off unnecessary features such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or GPS. A portable power bank is a lifesaver when the power is out for hours or days. It ensures your lifeline to the outside world, your phone, stays charged. These rechargeable batteries on steroids can power up your phone, tablet, and even your laptop multiple times. If you're an individual using just a phone, a power bank with around 10,000 mAh should suffice. However, for a tech-savvy family, consider opting for a larger capacity, such as 20,000 mAh or higher. Also, consider the devices you'll be charging. While phones usually work fine with standard USB, tablets or laptops may require USB-C or even an AC outlet. Additionally, ensure that the power bank is durable enough to withstand impacts or resist water splashes, as emergencies don't occur in protected environments. 12. Emergency cash. Having some cash on hand can be invaluable in situations where electronic transactions might be unavailable. Keep a small amount of different denominations tucked away in your kit. In a situation where electronic transactions are not possible, cash is king. Keep a stash of small bills in your emergency kit to cover immediate expenses or purchases if ATMs and card readers are offline. During power outages, ATMs and card machines are rendered useless. Cash is universally accepted and doesn't require electricity to use. The question then arises, How much cash should you have? There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but having enough to cover essential expenses for a few days is advisable. Consider a week without access to electronic payments. That's the general idea. Setting aside some cash whenever you visit the bank or go grocery shopping is a good idea. If you ever find yourself in need of cash, you'll be grateful for your foresight. These items can help you survive and cope with any emergency situation, and they should be part of the emergency kit that you keep in your home. You should also have some additional items that are specific to your needs and preferences and customize your kit accordingly. It is important to obtain, store, and maintain these items properly and check and update them regularly. You should also have a plan and a communication strategy for your family and friends and know what to do before, during, and after an emergency. By being prepared, you can increase your chances of staying safe and healthy and recovering faster. Being prepared doesn't mean giving in to fear. It's about taking responsible steps to empower yourself and your loved ones to navigate potential challenges with confidence and resilience. By building a well-rounded kit, developing essential skills, and fostering a culture of preparedness within your family and community, you can create a sense of security and control.